Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Wildflower World's YouTube channel. I'm Louise. It's Monday. You all have been voting, and I am getting ready to cast on a brand new project for this week. So I hope the lighting is not bad here. Just going to try to. There. So I'm at my mom and dad's tonight, and I've got quite a bit of knitting done. So let's go through what the patterns were you were voting for, which one I'm casting on, and then I think I have 3 projects that I brought with me that I'm gonna show you some updates and some plans of what's gonna happen with them. So hi, Nikki and Diane. Hi, Jen. Okay, Jen, before we get into the voting, how did Sock Madness end up for you? We can talk about Sock Madness in a second, but I didn't want to forget to ask you, Jen. I was thinking about you, wondering if you were able to get your socks finished in time to move on to round 2 or not. Okay, the voting for this week. I actually picked vests for my project, which normally I am not a vest knitter or wearer, but I think I really want to. I started a crocheted vest for our crochet club for this month, and I don't know, I'm starting to think you guys maybe are kind of wearing me down about the whole vest thing, and it's early spring, late winter, vests seem like they could be a possibility, other than it's supposed to be like a snowstorm again tomorrow, which probably calls for a full sweater, but anyways, we're gonna go with the vest. Okay, where did my patterns go? Okay, so we were looking at the orchid pullover, and it is designed by Camille Hanley. Let me show it to you. So it looks tiny here. I was going to post this picture for you to vote on, but then I thought, oh, does it look like a kid size? But it's not. But look at the like turtleneck. I just really like the neckline on it, and wait till you see the side. I think, is that the picture I posted? But look, it's got buttons on the side. Isn't that super fun? So it's got just nice, there's close up, there's the side. It looks like the front, but it's the side. And yeah, there again. So it's just closed with those 2 buttons. So this is the orchid pullover. Oh, it is actually a free pattern, you guys. It just released. Is it like brand new in March of 2026? They're using a Cascade yarn, Cascade Pacific. I'm not familiar with that one, but it's a chunky weight. It is saying 16 stitches over 4 inches, a 6.5 millimeter needle. This pattern is available as a free Ravelry download. Oh, okay. So hold on. Let me read this. It says, this is not a pattern. I do remember reading this super, super, super early this morning. How quickly I forget. It's been a long day. It's not a pattern. Instead, it is an organized format of the notes I made when self-drafting this garment. Nevertheless, I hope it provides some guidance should anyone want to attempt making this pullover. So this sounds to me like it's maybe like a gauge to garment kind of thing, like more like a recipe, which really, that sounds exciting to me. Anyways, that's that. So option 1, orchid pullover. I really like this one. So this was option 1. I always find the first one, like I've said the last couple of weeks, I find the first one and then I'm like, oh, what am I gonna find that will be a good something good to vote against? So option 1, orchid pullover. Then I did a little more. Honestly, I don't know how this one popped up. I think it was on the homepage of Ravelry, and it was looking at like the new designers or their debut designers. And I think I was scrolling through that, and I think that's where the orchid pullover was. Then to find the second one, I just did a search of vests, nothing fancy. And I came up, there was a few cute ones, and I had to narrow it down. So this one here, vest, quote, morning mist. Okay, There it is. You can't really see it in that picture yet. Anyways, Hobby Drawer is the designer. And this is a little short cropped vest. Now, obviously, you wouldn't have to do it cropped, but look at the detail down the side. Oh, see, there it is in an orange. That looks cute. Let's see if, so there's like a lace detail down there. So that was option 2. Now, Nikki, really early this morning, Nikki, you must have went looking just to check out both the patterns, and she sent a message or posted, and she's like, "Ooh, where do you find this one?" So you can find the Morning Mist if you do a little bit of looking. So if you want to cast this one on this week, it is actually on her website. You cannot does it doesn't look like you can buy it. You scroll down in Ravelry, there's no, like, buy now link, but you can find it because I did find it. But anyways, let's read a little bit about this one. So this one here was just published in February of 2026. They used a lace and a light fingering held together. So you can knit it in fingering weight. The gauge is 22 stitches, 3.5 millimeter or US 4. The sizes on this misty, what is it? Morning Mist is up to an extra large. So, oh no, extra, extra large. Okay, and it just gives some sizing, yardage, options for different sizes, that kind of thing. So, anyways, you can find it. Now, I did have to click on a few links, but it did end up at her website. So you can, I think I don't know. I just honestly, I just kept clicking things. I went to like her designer page on Ravelry and then clicked the pattern. I don't know. Somehow you can find it. Or you could just go to maybe just do a Google search. I always remember Diane said she finds things easier to just do a Google search. So you can maybe just go on Google and do Hobby Drawer, find her website. It is there. Now, somebody did say when they were voting, they voted for the Orchid pullover because they said that this pattern was 12 euros. So they thought the price was maybe something to be considered if you wanted to buy. I honestly didn't see what the price was on it. Anyways, so that is that. Those were the 2 options. I think this one is really cute, and it does have a really fun shoulder detail. Like, it looks like they have sewn it with the wrong sides together, and you have, like, a raw seam. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. They show lots of pictures on how to style it. And I did read on her website that I think she's really into like fashion and making a wardrobe pieces. So this pattern or this picture here shows the neckline and the seaming of the shoulder seam. So something just a little different as well. So those were the 2 options. I think this is the first time Susanna in the chat, there she is. Hi, Susanna. Um, Susanna usually votes, and lots of times she'll just say, "Do them both." Well, this time she's like, "Sorry, but neither one." So, Susanna, at least you're honest. Neither one got your vote this week. So, but we had just under 70 votes in all of the places, Threads, Patreon, if you're a member, here on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the winning pattern had 80% of the votes this week. So it was really, um, you guys really, really were one-sided on this week's choice of these vests. So the one that is getting cast on this week, let me go back here and then I will. Okay, between the two, the Orchid Pullover or the Morning Mist, the one with 80% of the votes that's going to get cast on later on this week is the Orchid Pullover. So I am pretty excited for this one. This honestly, what this was my first one that I saw today, and I really liked it. But then, of course, I found the second one, and I like it too because I really liked the lace detail. I like the shoulder detail. But there is something about this one with the buttons that I just really like, and I don't know. I just think I don't know. I just think it could be really wearable, it could be really fun, and since winter is still insisting on sticking around. Oh, Diane's giving it the thumbs down. Well, Diane, you can go ahead and cast on the other one. We can both knit vests this week, and you can do the other one. Go find it on our website. Um, because I think both would be really cute. So, Susanna, do you want to chime in here? What was it? Are you not a vest person that you didn't like either one of them? Any particular reason why or what anything that didn't just grab your attention? So, oh, needles are being shipped out. That's super exciting. Oh, Diane says you can wear a turtleneck under your vest. I could, right? So like um I could do a vet. And honestly, okay, so let's chat about this one here for just a smidge here. So the pink orchid. Do I truly want to do a turtleneck like that? Like it looks good. And like maybe if it was January, a turtleneck, like wearing it like that with a long sleeve top underneath or a blouse with a turtleneck. Do I want to do a turtleneck this time of year? If I like want to try and wear it. So if you look at this, what if I just didn't make the neckline that high? I like the fact that it's wider, but only do it a little bit and have it be more open and be more springy. What do you think? I mean, I guess I could try it, and if I don't like it, I could just keep knitting at the proper height. And anyways, that's what I'm thinking, is not making it quite as tall. So it could be more of a springtime vest, even though it is chunky. I don't know, chunky yarn. What was it? 6.5 millimeter needle, thick yarn, big needle. It should knit up really quick. And then maybe if I like it, maybe then I can do some knitting math and do it in like a DK weight for a more of a spring vest. Could be options. I know I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get one finished before I start figuring about, like, adjusting it and making making a second one. Okay, let me take a peek at the comments. So, Jen, I probably asked you a question, and then I stopped reading comments. So let me see. I made it. Oh, what? I made it as place 22. So, how many people are on your team? Like, are you saying you got your last spot on your team or one of the last spots, but you were through to round 2? Oh, I am so happy for you. I cannot wait. Has round 2 started? It possibly could because I think it closed on Thursday. So has round 2 started? What are the socks? Oh my gosh. I am, like, so in love, like, the qualifying socks and round 1 socks. Like, I think I just need to make them oh, no. It's not I could see reminder, it's not knitting year for me, but when it is a sock knitting year for me, or maybe later in the year, I will have taken a long enough break from sock knitting that I will want to knit those because I want to knit those. And I know everybody, let's take a look here, just because I'm excited about it. I'm going to show you again. And I have searched it so often that I don't even have to type it in, and it just pops up at the top of my search bar. So look at these. Let's look at the yellow ones again, right? Like, look at all those beads. Everybody that I show this picture to does not have my level of excitement around them. I have yet to come across anybody who is like, "Oh my goodness, where do I get that pattern?" Everybody's like, "Yeah, heck no. I'm not knitting those. I'm not wearing those." And I'm like, "What is" I don't want to say what is wrong with you guys. Sorry if I'm jiggling. Sorry, I'll try not to move. I'm sitting on my bed. So I'll try not to wiggle around too much. Um, anyways, I'm like obsessed with these socks. I need to make them. Anyway, so now I want to know what round 2 socks, like, how can they top themselves in Sock Madness between the plaid ones that were the qualifier, which were these ones. Look at that. Now everybody should wanna make those, right? Like, how fun are those? Anyways, so I am maybe I'm actually having more fun cheering from the sidelines in Sock Madness this year. Um, Not being stressed, not trying to qualify. Maybe this is my lot in Sock Madness is just being a cheerleader, and not even an official cheerleader, because you can become a cheerleader. But anyways, you know what I mean. Anyways, so much fun. Let's see. Oh, Susanna, you're almost ready to graft together a sock. Super, super exciting. No, not until Thursday. So it hasn't start. Oh, so it starts like in 2 days? No, 3 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days. Okay, so you have a little bit of a break. So are some of the slower teams then they're still finishing up? Well, congratulations for moving on. I am so excited and can't wait to see what the next pattern is. Okay. Um, oh, Nikki, you're working on socks as well by Amanda Andrea Mowry. Oh my goodness. You made them before, but I want to make more. See, isn't that great when you've made them and then you want to do more? Okay, let's talk about what I have actually been working on. I have a few things I can show you a little progress on. So last week, you all voted on a sweater, a little toddler sweater for my granddaughter. We were going with the fairy forest that had the embroidery on the oh, sorry, guys, I gotta move. Trying to sit cross-legged on the bed and my, like, feet are falling asleep here. Um, the fairy forest cardigan with the embroidery, which was super, super cute, and the, Norwegian fur. And you guys voted for the fairy forest because that embroidery was super sweet. I showed the sweater to my daughter, she absolutely loves it. I showed her my color pick, and I don't think she was, like, super, super loving this color. I showed her the picture that was on Ravelry, and it was in, like, a really dark forest green, and she's like, "Ooh, I love that dark green." And I'm like, well, I want more springy and went with this." She's like, okay." So, anyways, I'm gonna keep making it out of here. I did manage to measure Scarlett at her birthday party after it was all over and she was a little tired out from running around with her friends. I was able to pull out a tape measure, get her to sit on my lap, and, like, quickly wrap it around her. And so I got an accurate, measurement, and it has started. This was my hospital knitting, today, and I did have a little bit more done, and then I actually pulled it out and carried on. So this is the fairy forest is the one. So the Norwegian fir didn't it wasn't the winner, which was actually the one that I thought I was gonna be knitting. So anyway, so I started this pattern. It's going okay. Um, I'm just I'm following the pattern, but I am just modifying it to suit my needs. So, I don't know if it really will end up, um being knit according to her directions, but I'm going to use it as a base, like the numbers of the sizing, and I'm just gonna kinda just do a raglan cardigan. And then attempt to do some kind of embroidery on it. But I'm loving the yarn. So this is some of the yarn that came from the, store that I work at, Canadian Yarns. Sarasota. It's a Cascade yarn. It is lovely. If you guys watch the Fiber Friends, you've heard Cheryl and I talk about this yarn. Cheryl has knit a couple of projects out of it. And it is lovely. It's a cotton, I think 60 cotton, 40 acrylic blend. It's really, really nice for kid sweaters. It would make a really lovely summer top. It knits up really nice, great stitch definition. If I was to do this again, I'm using a 3.5 millimeter needle. I might go a smaller needle next time, but I'm thinking that it's fine. And I want it to be done so she can just wear it. I'm going with the better done than perfect for this one. I think for the summer, like a spring kind of sweater, so I think something a little looser gauge, a little more drapey would be kind of nice. So I'm just going to keep going on this. I I played around. I got my raglan markers in here. So it's going good. I'm liking the yarn. Now that I've kind of decided what I'm doing for the pattern and the raglan increases, I feel like I'm on track and I'm just going to keep on going. Oh, snow on the ground. Oh, Mary is here. Hi, Mary. Oh, I'm not being Sagittarian. I was just curious on how many New Start Monday projects you completed from 2025. Mary, I would have to go back and look. I honestly can't tell you off the top of my head. Um, but I could do a quick search. I don't know if I actually added it up this year, to be honest, but around 50%. Last year, I didn't have a whole lot of finishes. It's probably the other years, it always surprises me. I always don't want to add it up because I'm afraid that I'm not gonna be happy with the number, and then I always end up being pleasantly surprised, and there's usually 1 or 2 pairs of extra socks in there that I'd forgotten about. So I typically always surprise myself with how much I actually get finished. So and this year, I'm hoping for good odds on getting things finished. So I brought some things with me. Remember this project from, I don't know, we're only in March, so it can only been a couple months ago. The Mosaic Snowflake pot holder that I started, I've got one half of it done and the color switch, there's the wrong side. The Mosaic, the slip stitch knitting is so fun. So this had been in a bag and had kind of gotten Um, what's a better word than forgotten about? It got, set aside, I got distracted, I got excited about other things. All right, sorry, you guys, this is obviously not this is like was maybe not my best choice, thinking I could do this from here. Anyways, we'll make it work. Anyway, so here I am. This is the little bit that I have gotten done on the second. So you can see this, the colors have switched. And I'm liking it. So this could be a finish. Oh, displaced. That's right. Yes, got displaced. It got put at the bottom of the pile, but I pulled it out and because I really want to finish it because I think it would be really cute. Not that I need, oh, I should not tempt fate by knitting a snowflake, but it would be really cute to have in my kitchen, get it finished. So I'm just going to, I think just like whip stitch around, not do anything super fancy around the outside. And then I think I will just crochet a little. Actually, I should, okay, maybe I will. I'm gonna actually see what the pattern says for joining it. If I can crochet them together, then maybe I will and do a little loop. And then I will just put this away in the back of my drawer and pull it out like next November. Have it finished, something ready that I can use when winter returns. Put on the back burner. Yes, on the back burner. That's right. So that doesn't sound like forgotten. This sounds more like this is a winter knit and I'm really wanting spring to be here. But I really should just get it done this week while it is still kind of snowy. Object impermanence. Hey, Sherry. Sacrifice to the void. Yeah, exactly. Something like that. It's like, ooh, something pretty, not prettier, just something new, something fun. And then the old ones, yes, get get stuck in a corner. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what I'm hoping is that I can go back and get some of these projects. Like if this was obviously this was a January, February start, and I want to get this finished. Hi, Cindy. Sam, you sent me a picture. Let me get, is it a dishcloth? Um, let's see. Anyway, so I'm going to try and work on trying to keep up a little bit better. Oh, it's an owl. Super cute, Sam. Look, everybody, I'll show. Sam, what number is this? Sam's, of course, it's squirrel. Sam is our dishcloth knitting queen. And I think, Sam, you're trying to like hit the 200 mark again for your dishcloths this year, aren't you? And I think the last time we chatted, you were saying that you were like a little behind, but that's okay. We all know how quickly you can knit and you can get them finished. So this pot holder, I'm not doing it in cotton. I've got classic wool, Patton's classic wool, a gray and a cream. And so this, fingers crossed, if I'm somewhere where I can knit from a chart this week, then maybe I will get that one done and be able to cross that one off the whiteboard. What else? Okay, so a couple of weeks back, I started the warm hug shell, and I started it on a 6mm needle. I wasn't sure. The pattern was calling for like a super bulky yarn, and I didn't have a super bulky. But what I did manage to go find was 2 balls of this fisherman's wool at Lens Mills. And I'm not sure how many balls I actually bought, 2 or 4. I must have did 4. So I'm holding it together. I started with the 6mm needle and it was too tight. The gauge was too tight. It wasn't drapey. So I pulled it out and I grabbed a 10mm needle. Love it so much better. Sorry, I'm not sure US 15. And loving it. This is what I've got so far. Oops, sorry. That probably was noisy. So here it is. Just a nice little start. That's the right side. This, I don't know. There's not really a wrong side. It's broken seed stitch. Now, I was wrong when I first looked at the pattern and I saw it. I was like, oh, this is just a broken rib stitch. And I'm not sure if in the Ravelry page it actually says broken rib. Or maybe I just read it wrong and I assumed that's what she was saying. Anyways, it is a broken seed stitch, which just adds a little extra fun in the knitting. So it is a 4-row repeat instead of a 2-row repeat. And it's going good now that I actually did take the time and looked at her video. She had, I'm like, okay, I started the pattern. I thought, okay, this should be really easy. It's just, yarn forward, you're slipping, you're doing an increase, easy peasy, right? Well, no. Again, when you assume you know what a designer wants, and I was doing it my own way, I'm like, okay, I don't think this is working right. So I took a couple minutes and she has a video link in the pattern and I watched it and I'm like, oh, that's what she means by the increase. So now that I'm back on track, this is going to knit up a whole a lot quicker, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Now, I will say I've only have this much done. I think I'm gonna pull it back because I didn't slip my stitch on one end. See how there's such a nice edge on here? I messed it up. Look, right there, you can see it sticks out. Even with the variegated yarn, you can see it right there. So I'm like, "Ugh, I probably could keep it, and will I really notice it in the end? Because this is like a super huge blanket-sized wrap, but I've noticed it, so I think I'm just gonna pull back. It's probably only 1 repeat. So I think I'm just gonna take it back, fix it, and then hopefully get in the routine, slip the last stitch, slip the last stitch, slip the last stitch. So, um oh, Kim, you didn't like either one either. Interesting. Um, okay, well, you know what? I think that's interesting that I finally jump on the vest knitting wagon here, and then I end up picking ones that 2 people didn't like. And maybe our votes were a little lower than normal, so maybe there was other people that were like, "Mm, yep, not liking either one of them this weekend." That is totally fine. Oh, no, hey, um, Deborah, I've been playing Knitting Chicken. Oh, oh, Sheep Egg Cozies. You got 48? That sounds like an Easter project. And today I started to crochet the eye sweater for my granddaughter's birthday. Oh my gosh, so fun. I can confirm the warm hug is relaxing to work on. Yes, because Jocelyn, you cast it on, so yeah, I think you're quite a bit farther than me since I've, like, I've this will be my 2nd time that I've pulled it back, but that's okay. I think I'm, like, 3rd time is the charm, right? Oh, Mary, I have so many things, that need about 2 hours of work to finish for some reason. I just quit at that stage. I know, what is that? Is it like I think we're all guilty of that. We're so close to being finished, and then we just, like, jump to the next project. And maybe it's that. Maybe it's because we think it's so close that it's like, "We're okay. We can just cast on this because we'll just go back. We'll just, like, quickly finish it up and carry on." But the thing is we never go back, do we? Yeah. Maybe a Wheel of Fortune to make it fun, you can have all the finishes. Yeah, just need to that's it, exactly. Find something that's fun, a way to just, get the finishes done, right? Yeah, I have been doing this. I have been doing New Start Monday knits since January of 2020. The first Monday in 2020, I think that's when I started doing it consistently. I had been doing it probably in 2019, towards the end of 2019, but was kind of a little bit here and there. I'd miss a couple of weeks. And then it was like January came 2020, and I'm like, I'm committing to this. And I don't think I have missed a week. The odd time I've done it on a Tuesday, but I don't know, maybe I might have missed 1 or 2 over the years, but not very many. So, yeah, it's been a lot of projects, which is fun because it gives you a good chance to go through Ravelry and see what's there and get some fresh ideas. So, what else? So, those are the 3 projects. I've got a crochet project with me. I did bring my 2-week sweater with me as well, thinking that I might have a little bit of time to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. Am I gonna make the V deeper? Am I just going to leave it as is and carry on? That's kinda where I'm at. I'm thinking I wanna make the V deeper. I think I should. That's what I keep going to, and then I'm like, "Well, do I really?" So I think that's what I should just do. What is this? Whip Sprints with Jocelyn. Dawn and I picked up on that, and we'll do it all the time. It really helps to get through the whips. That's right. So, yes, if you guys don't watch Jocelyn's podcast, Yeah, whip sprints is a great thing, and, funny enough, I have watched whip sprints a few times, like, I've joined in, but sometimes I'm cleaning, sometimes I'm knitting, but I think that's a great idea, like, Justin, how long is each section? Is it, like, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes? And the idea is you just grab one project and you work on it for half an hour. Then the next half an hour, you work on another one, and so you just get some progress on everything. Yeah, it's a great idea, for sure. Oh, anytime you want to do a whip sprint, let me know. Yeah, maybe that would be a good idea. Maybe that would help me get through some of my start with, like, my oldest project in January and just work through a few of the older ones. Kim, oh, there are lots of vests you do like, but not those. That's fair. There was actually I did see a lot of vests that I actually when I got looking at them with more of an open mind, because usually I see a vest and the first thing I think of is like, "Nope, I don't knit vests. I don't wear them." Like, scroll, scroll, scroll. But today I was thinking the other way. I'm like, I think I'm now a person who wears vests. I think I'm really embracing vests. I'm gonna love knitting vests, like which ones look super cute. And so that way, looking at it as I was scrolling through them, I'm like, oh, I like this one. I like this one. I like this one. Right? It's just how you look at things changes everything, doesn't it? Sam, I haven't done any dish class last week. Oh, yes, you had a sad last week. You did. Well, sometimes that's what you need our knitting for, is to help you get through those weeks when they're just tough. Well, hopefully you feel like picking up your work and getting back in the swing of things, Sam. Oh, you like oh, what is that? The 15-minute sprints with a short break between? Does that say 15 minutes? I think it does. Okay, with a short break in between. But if there's chatting involved, sometimes a 20-minute sprint is better. The time goes by fast. Yeah, I would think so. 20 minutes. See, for some reason, I was thinking it was a lot longer than that. Oh, Susanna, I'm checking all the patterns to see if I've paid for them or if they were free. I'm saving the ones to make available for others. Okay, saving the free ones. Okay. Susanna, that looks like a lot of work. Yeah, Sam, I don't know. Just send me a text, okay? So anyway, that's what I'm working at. So the vest, I need chunky yarn, 6.5 millimeter needles. The needles are not going to be a problem. Yarn. I think I have an option. So since both vests, the Morning Mist and the Orchid Pullover, one was chunky, one was fingering. I had yarn in mind for both of them, which is interesting because lots of times I don't until I know which one is the one that I'm actually going to be making. And lots of times I don't even think about yarn choices. But and I think I was leaning towards I really wanted to do a fingering weight, and I had some yarn picked that I was going to use. So now that I'm doing chunky, that changes things a little. I have to see how much yardage I need. I mean, it's a vest, no sleeves. So I could, yeah, I think that gives me a few more options. The fact that I don't need quite as much. We've got some lot. Okay, let me start this again. We've got a great acrylic chunky at the store that comes in tons and tons of colors. But mind you, the color that probably my favorite color, I think it is on back order right now. But there's lots and lots of other colors I could pick from. I could go wool. I could dye some yarn for it and we have got a bulky weight, 100% wool. I mean, that's making it even less and less spring-ish, but maybe that's okay. Maybe I just make it and have it ready for the fall. That's always doable as well for this go around. What are your thoughts? Acrylic or wool? I mean, if I have those 2 options, I know I would always go wool. Any thoughts? Should I just dye some yarn and do it? Should I do the acrylic? I could hold some yarns double, couldn't I? Bulky weight, like 2 DKs, do you think would give me I wonder if it would be heavy enough? Oh, you sound oh, Pamela, that I think I have got that's I'm pretty sure that's who's leaving this comment. You sound like me. I've gone through my patterns, eliminating baby patterns and ones I no longer like. Still 2,000 plus patterns. I know it doesn't take long to accumulate such a Ravelry library, right? And then that's the thing after like what 10 plus years or something, you go back and you look at some of those ones you've had in there forever. Yes, your taste kind of change, right? And that's something that you might not be quite so excited about making. Well, Jocelyn, we may have to talk about doing a whip sprint at some point. I still know my project. So Jocelyn and I, we're gonna be podcasting this coming Friday night, mid-month motivation for March. I'm working on my Hexie Cardi for this month's challenge, and I had said I'm gonna make progress, no finishes happening here. So I am hopeful for next Friday to be able to show you no, 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 we still have 2 weeks after that, so I've got lots of time to keep making progress on it. That makes me excited. Okay, Nikki says I would go wool. Yeah, it's breathable, so good even for spring to a point. That's right. Until we hit like sweltering temperatures. Yeah, I think I would do wool. I mean, I love you guys know I love wool, so I probably should just go that way. Cindy, you had a lot of crochet baby patterns I got rid of on Ravelry, no longer needed them. So are you talking, Cindy, like actual and Susanna, are you talking like actual like paper? Talk about pattern books, like old pattern books, and then like can you destash them on Ravelry? Or are you talking actual like digital downloads that you're just cleaning out of your favorites? It's true, over half of March is over. Um, and I said a finish. Oh no, you said a finish for your blanket. Hold on, guys. I gotta like reposition here. So I'm gonna like jiggle the camera. You said a finished. You said a finish. Oh, Jocelyn, good for you. All right. You're so speedy though that finishes is like doable for you. I say finishes, and I'm like pretty sure everybody just chuckles and like, "Well, we'll see." But okay, download, Cindy said. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. I know. Can you guys believe half of March is over? And then, so March for the Fiber Friends is Green Month. So anything green, like we're just so desperate for spring, and tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. So all the green things. And then, of course, April is sock month over in the Fiber Friends, which is always a fun month. All of the fun sock patterns. Oh my goodness. So I am going to have to do socks next month because it's sock month. But I could go find a past sock madness pattern. That would be fun. I could turn it into a shorty sock. So there is the potential that I could get it finished and it would be a nice spring sock. I like that idea. I like that idea. I might just do a little looking through Ravelry tonight, just do a search of sock madness and see what I can come up with. Okay, and Suzanne is saying the same thing, but the ones you purchased and downloaded. Gotcha, gotcha. Not from books that I have. Okay, because yeah, that's a whole other sorting that we need to do through actual physical pattern books, right? Oh, Justin says I did cast on 10 new things. Yes, you did for your podcast anniversary, right? So not sure picking a finish was a good idea. Well, maybe not, but you could finish that and the other new starts, like the 10 new starts. Do you have to have a certain amount done on each one of them, or can they just be like a cast on counts as a start? And then can you go back to your blanket and try to really push for a finish? I would love to see a finished blanket. Anyways, I better focus on my projects, not Jocelyn. We would all love to see Jocelyn have a finish. We would love to see Louise have a finish. I need to focus on that. Oh my gosh, but all the fun things. Tomorrow, I'm planning on having another, hopefully full day of knitting, and I think as much as I wanna keep going on Scarlett's little green sweater, I really think I should take my own advice here, and I think I should just get to work, focus on this, and get this done because really, it's only a few more rows. And only every other row is a new row because the backside is just repeating what you've just done. So it's like it's a no-brainer, no pattern reading, just follow your stitches and get it done. So I should really just do that. Oh my god, I should really just do that. And then I could, like, boost my week with a finish. What a novel idea. And then take that finish energy and then focus on some of my others, like, "Ooh, this one." Like, I'm really now that I've got this well, once I pulled this one back, get it started again, and then I'm really excited to keep going on it and get a chunk done on it because it is a blanket. Oh my gosh, you guys, talking of blankets, I actually did finish my 2-week crocheted sweater. Now, let's talk before we wrap up for tonight. Let's talk about this. Mary, I totally understand now how you said you had started to crochet a sweater and it was turning into a blanket. And when you first said that, I'm like, how can that be? Like, how does a sweater go to a blanket? Like, how sweater blanket? Well, I now know how that happens. So my crochet 2-week, which was actually called Movie Night Cocoon Cardi. Jocelyn, you have one, you love yours. Guys, I am not loving mine. I finished it Saturday on the Fiber Friends podcast, and as it was getting bigger, I remember I just kept saying, like, it is a blanket. It is the size of a blanket, a lap blanket. And if I was to, like, wear it and pack it, it would need its own bag. Like, it is so big. Anyways, I seamed it, I put it on, I wore it for a little while in the store, and I love the feel of it on, but I don't love the look. Yes. So even though it is too long, it is, like, down to, like, my knees practically. Well, maybe not quite, but it's long, and it just seems super, super bulky, and I am not loving it as a, like, shrug, cocoon, cardi, whatever it was called, but I absolutely love it as a blanket. Before I seamed it up, I would just, like, lay it on my lap. I would just, like, I loved it. So, I am going to unseam, and I didn't see if you saw Saturday, I had seamed up the sides, and then I left the yarn. I hadn't woven my ends because I wasn't sure if I wanted to make the seams a little taller, make the armholes a little smaller, and now I'm like, "I'm just taking it out, and I'm gonna use it as a blanket, and I will use it every day as a blanket." I love the yarn, I love the colors, I loved crocheting it, but I do not wanna wear it. So, that's the story on that. But it's my first crocheted blanket, you guys, and it was 6 balls of worsted weight yarn, 6 millimeter hook, just a big granny square, round and round. I turned every row, loved it. I would make more of them. Like, I would make one for, like, everybody for Christmas this year. I loved it that much, and I know that I could if I actually focused and worked on it, I could definitely get it done in 2 weeks. Very doable Christmas gift or a gift of any kind. 6 balls, a 6 millimeter hook, crochet, gift done. So, anyway, so I'm kind of sad that I'm not gonna have a cardigan to wear, so I would like to revisit actually, no, I'm going to just keep working on my Hexi-cardi because I think I'm going to like that finished cardigan better. Fingers crossed. So, I'm super glad that I did the cocoon blanket sweater because now I know maybe a little bit better what I like and what I don't like. So, it was not a wasted project at all because I love it as a blanket. You guys will see it like 100 times, because it'll probably be, like, over the back of my chair or it'll just yeah, I love it. So, you likely added too many rows to the bottom. So, I I don't know, Jocelyn, because I did 40 inches square, but then thought it was gonna be too like, I wouldn't be able to it was gonna be too short or I needed more width this way. So I put length on here and not on the bottom because I knew I didn't want it longer. So I don't know. I am open to doing it again and just not making it quite as long, maybe. I say take a look at the everyday cardigan. You also had as an option, it's more classic style of cardigan. Yeah, and it's not that I would say that I don't want like, I'm like, have done one and be like, "Oh my god, like, this was terrible, I'm never doing one again." Quite the opposite. I loved making it so much that I would love to do more and try different, um yeah, shaping, how you make it, like, just find what now I just wanna do all of them and find the one that I actually like the fit of and something that like, I would love to find, like, my favorite go-to crocheted cardigan, and, like, secretly, I'm hoping it's the Hexi-cardi. And then it's just that, and I can, like, love making it, love wearing it, and then I can just make 100 of them over the next however many years, right? Anyways, Sally, you finished your Hexi blanket and you posted it in the Facebook group. Okay, I'll have to go over to the Fiber Friends and take a peek there and see it. Also gives me a few moments to take oh, see if it fit better. Oh, okay, yeah. I would be interested in taking a look at that because I was thinking now you guys who are more crochet experienced, could I do so this was just a square, right? You started out with a just a it's just a granny square. Could you start out so I'm thinking like surely you can do this. You could start out like do your chain or your magic ring and when you increase, can you just do more increases on like and make it into a rectangle? Make more increases top and bottom and less or like no creases on the sides till you get make your start of a granny square into a rectangle and then just keep going rectangle wise. So then you would get the length like side to side, but not the depth. Is that possible? Or am I just too new at crocheting to think that I could just do something like that? Oh, Sherry, in my experience, a shrug like that needs more sturdy stitches. Interesting. Okay. Oh, Diane, that's interesting. Chagu is taking over Signature Needles. Signature Needles, they made fantastic needles. Okay. I'm like, gotta get comfy here again. Um, oh, that would be great. I like yeah, the signature needles. I have bought them. Oh, all right. I'm like, oh, maybe this bed is too soft to be sitting on. I always I bought signature needles as gifts, but I never ever bought one for myself. So that's really exciting, Diane. Oh, Jocelyn's like, "I hate the signature cord." Really? Oh, Diane didn't like it either. Really? See, I don't know. I just remember the tips. I loved the tips, but yeah, yes, you can make a rectangle, Sally says. I think somebody else said you oh, Susie. Hi, Susie. You can make rectangle granny square blankets. Okay, so see, I think that's what I would love to do. Because honestly, I love doing the square, but then it is kind of like a lap blanket, right? Not really a Afghan size blanket, right? But a rectangle, that excites me. And then maybe I could just stop at the shrug size and see if I like it better. I could sew it up and see, and if I don't, then I just undo it and keep going and make it into a blanket. Mary, I totally get. So, Mary, how did your sweater end up? Did yours end up being a sweater? Did it end up being a blanket? Squares of the small blankets is nice. Okay. Yeah, I guess depends what you want for like the one that I have that's the 40 inches square is nice for just being like a lap blanket on the couch when you're watching a movie or something. Oh, okay. Nikki also says, I think the movie night cardi needs a drapey yarn. I think you would like it more with something superwash or a silk cashmere blend. I'm sure I would like a silk cashmere blend. You are right. Or a cotton wool blend. Okay. See, now this I like because this is like an experiment. I would totally do it again, trying that. Something that would be more drapier, something that had silk in it. See, that's what I was thinking. Like if I did it fine, like it was only worsted, like it wasn't like a chunky weight. So I thought the worsted would be fine, but I thought, okay, if I did it again with like a fingering or a DK weight, um, would I like it better? Which maybe I think is kind of thinking along the same lines as what Nikki's saying, something with a little bit more drape. Also do a granny stripe. Oh, Susie, you're right. I have seen that. And a granny stripe in rectangular shape. That I have got a lot of potential crocheted blankets in my future or shrugs. That's funny. I should start out making with the intent, make them rectangle shape. If I like, maybe like Nikki says, the fiber choice is different, I can make it into a shrug. So if my project ends up a shrug, you know it turned out well. If it turns into a blanket, you know it failed the shrug test. Okay, but it's always good to have a plan B, right? Make a rectangle from them. Sally, that's a great idea. I have all the squares that we made. Well, I have the amount of squares that I made last year that are not made into anything. I could just put them in, make them into a rectangle, and then see about making those into a shrug, right? You're absolutely right. Oh, Diane, you have a cardi pattern or a cardi pattern for a granny stripe stitch. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, I think that what you guys are all saying is I have lots of options to explore. Shape, fiber choices, size-wise. Um, oh, Cheryl, I think you're absolutely right. See, and Cheryl's also saying that the one that I knit out of the wool will soften up and be more drapey after you wash it. Yes, I think you're right because you were saying even you thought it was feeling softer just from working with it and crocheting it up. So that's true. But I think I still just feel and see again, maybe it is just this like this mental block. I just feel like it is the size of a blanket. And I don't know. But I mean, I don't know. I know. I think I'm just gonna make this one a blanket and I will just do another one. And And see, because who doesn't need a crochet blanket? I don't have a crochet blanket, and now I do. So I think, oh, Cheryl said, "I think that's what you were talking about." I came in partway through the conversation. Yeah, so Nikki had suggested that maybe like the cocoon curdy just needed something, a fiber that with a little more drape, like something superwash or a silk cashmere. And yeah. Anyways, I have a blanket so that I absolutely love. So it was a win-win. I get a great blanket. It was a great experiment for the cocoon curdy, and now I have got some good knowledge that I can put towards starting another one and see what happens. I'm gonna have a crocheted cardigan here at some point, you guys. Maybe the hexacardi. I'm like, oh my goodness, a lady came in Thursday night at our knit night at the store, and she was working on a crocheted cardigan. I'm like, that is really nice. What is it? You guys, I'm like, not even kidding. She holds it up and she's like, it's a hexicardi. And I'm like, of course it is. And so she's, like, done. She's working on the sleeves, and I'm like, "Well, I've got one," and so I take hers and I, like, open it up to the under the arm, and I'm like, "This," her, like, perfect little start of a hexie. I'm like, "That's the size of mine right now." So, maybe I just need to pick up that one and keep working on it. That might be the s what? Sam, what is this? Um Anyways, yeah, maybe the hexacardi. Maybe this is the pattern I've been looking for. I just need to pick it up and keep working on it. Anyways, you guys. All right. So, I saw a comment here. Somebody asked how my mom is doing. So she is doing fantastic. She did so well today. And she's back home and she's recovering really well. So, yeah, so I'm gonna hang out with her tomorrow and work on, yeah, maybe get this thing finished. It doesn't look very nice. It's like all curly but it'll look lovely, lovely as I just toss it away. I should be setting it gently down with lots of love. But anyways, I should finish that, do work on all the things, get some finishes done. And now I'm like really excited to work on my hexicardi. And you guys, you know what? I went to grab it to bring with me here, and it wasn't in my tote of whips. So I don't know where so it must have been in another room. So, anyways, I did not bring it with me. And maybe it's a good thing because I'm so excited to work on it that I would not work on anything else that I had here. So maybe it's just as well I didn't bring it. So, anyways, that is that. Yes, yes. She's doing great. So, Sam, what was your last comment? Oh, it's a mosaic coaster. Fun. Looks like you're doing all the fun, crafty things, Sam. That's great. Okay. Oh, Jocelyn says, woohoo, my first blog post of the week is done. Yay. That's a big achievement done. Good job. All right. Okay. I'm not nuts. Nope. You're right on. You were, um, yep, that's what we were chatting about, Cheryl. Okay, everybody. Well, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go check on mom, see if she needs anything, and we're kind of okay. I'm not gonna lie. I should work on this, but it's too late at night to find the pattern, figure out what row I'm on. I think I'm gonna pull this back and get this back on track and just get rid of that wonky little side stitch and work on that because that's mindless knitting for the rest of the evening. So everybody, thanks for voting. I am like really excited. I think if I was picking vests, I would have went with the pink orchid. Even though the morning mist was really cute, there's something about the buttons on the side of that pink orchid vest I am like really, really liking. And I can just like, I think I can wear it. I think I can wear it and I think I can like it. So I'm really excited for that. So, Cheryl, I may pop into the store tomorrow. Anyways, we'll see. I may pick up some yarn tomorrow. and see what I can get started for this fest. Anyways, everybody, thanks for voting. Thanks for joining me live tonight. Have a fantastic week. Jocelyn and I will be chatting Friday night, giving some good mid-month motivational vibes to push through whatever your goals were for March. And yeah, we'll see where we are in our projects. Hopefully, we'll be and then 2 weeks after that, we'll be showing them off, so that's my Hexicardy, so stay tuned for that. Alright, everybody, have a fantastic rest of your week, and we'll see you Friday night. Bye, everybody.